The topic of our today's consultation is solving problems connected especially with currency exchange, and also there is one problem connected with changing in assets and liabilities of the bank. Let us look at problem number 2. Maybe it's not second task, but it's the second calculating problem about exchanging currency. So this problem is interesting for you? Yes?
Yes.
So here we see that a British pound is currently worth $1.50 in US currency. However, the investor believed that in a month a British pound will be worth 1.65 in US currency. We know that situation is very common, that a lot of people have expectations that there are some changes in currency. And thus, investor would change $20,000 in British pounds. And his expectations were correct, and really the pound is worth 1.65. So we should find what income, how is the amount of profit of this exchange transaction. So we see that one pound is $1.5, and we don't know how many pound is 20,000. So we should 20,000 divided by 1.5, and we found 16,333 dollars. Not dollars, but pound. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah. And then when the investor sell the amount in pound, exchange it to dollar, we make vice versa transaction, but the numbers are different. So 16,333 multiplied by 1.65 is 21,000 and almost 22,000. So the profit from the exchange rate difference is 22,000 minus 20,000 is $2,000 approximately. It's the profit from the exchange transaction. Sometimes we also, especially in the periods when we have expectations about changes in currency, we try to buy dollars or euro or something like that in order to save our savings, save our money. And then when we need hryvnia again to use them for some transaction, we exchange them into hryvnia. Maybe some people who have something like special feeling, or maybe special knowledge in this sphere, or maybe have some information, can do any similar transactions for their profit. But it should be some extent of luck, I think. And the best situation is when is some banking stability and the exchange rates does not vary too much. And the third problem is similar, but we had appropriate situation, not appropriate, but different situation that British pound is not so valuable as the investor thought, and even it decreased in its value. If at the beginning the current worth of a British pound was 1.50, then at the period when the investor should sell it, the worth of it was 1.40, although investor hoped that it would be $1.65, and so investor made a mistake. He made a fault, and so he will have loss. And we do everything analogically as we did in previous problem. All calculations are the same, but because of fact that rate of exchange rate of pound is less, it's only 1.40, we found that investor received less than it was in the first situation, and it was even smaller amount than it was at the beginning of period, or how to say it, then it was before he made exchanging transactions. And so we had the last action, 20,000 minus 18,667, and it's $1,333. It's the loss of the investor. Do you understand?
Yes, of course, clear.
Okay, I hope that you could solve this problem by yourself, but maybe with this demonstration, it's more easy to understand. Do we have a need to explain the first problem? The main idea of this problem is analogical to problems in accounting, to construct a very simple example of balance sheet of the bank. It consists with assets and liabilities. We remember from accounting, assets in banks are different than assets in business entity, in producing company, for example. And it consists of reserves, bonds, loans. It's everything that is included into assets. And liabilities is shown by deposit and equity. And so if we put together all assets and all liabilities, we see that total assets are equal total liabilities, and here it's 330. And then in transaction 2 and transaction 3, some changes were made. In transaction 2, it leads to increasing in reserves, but decreasing in bonds. And in transaction 3, it led to increasing in increasing in bonds. 1 second. We see increasing in loans, and decreasing in reserves. But the total result is the same. Do you have more questions about this?
No,
No.
questions. Everything's clear.
Okay, thank you for participant, for your presence here.
Thank you for the explanation.